Good morning, everybody. I'm Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com. One, Be Easy on PlayStation Network. And this is Need for Speed Unbound. The topic for today, I'm eating breakfast. Got my coffee. It's 10:45. Just woke up. I went to sleep at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So, topic of conversation this morning for me, and that's, well, I want to start off things by talking about flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Now, what if I told you, Neo, that buying flowers, that giving flowers, have nothing to do with plant life? What if I told you your girlfriend of a week can't receive flowers? I'll tell you back, maybe she can. If it's been a rough week, for sure. But flowers is the conversation. Flowers aren't tangible in the sense that we're talking, in the sense of the flowers women want but don't know they want. Little girls want you to give them flowers. Real women earn flowers. Here's what I mean. I gave my mama flowers the other day. Hey, Mom. I know raising 3 boys couldn't have been easy. Hey, Ma, I know dealing with me couldn't have been easy. You know, it wasn't hard. I didn't make it hard, but raising an individual is not easy. So I know dealing with me wasn't easy. But I want you to know all those ass whoopings, all those punishments, all the love and affection has turned me into the man I am today, and I'm proud of the man I am today. That comes from you putting the time and effort into me. That, my friend, is flowers. She took the time to water and grow me. And in taking the time to water and grow me, she grew flowers. Flowers can't be given. Flowers you can't just give a random person flowers. Like I said, it could be a tough week. You know, your new girlfriend might help you, like, I don't know. You know, she found you in a rough spot, nursed you back to health, you know, and got your mind straight and together. That's flowers. Right? You can give a person flowers for that. But the flowers people want, the flowers people hear of, aren't tangible. So, the flowers is the time and effort used to water you, used to water a person. That's flowers. What grows from the time, effort put into you is flowers. Now, some fellas might feel they never get flowers. Have you been putting in the time and effort first and foremost? you know, into what you want, into your woman, into your person, into your kids. And sometimes flowers don't, like I said, it takes time to grow. You gotta water and tend the garden. You know, are you expecting your crops just like that? You know? And then sometimes just it might be bad soil you're growing in. Same thing, ladies. Just might be growing in bad soil. But flowers aren't a physical thing. It's cute when it's puppy love and you don't know what flowers are. And you're like, here's a bouquet of roses. But if we want to talk about a bouquet of roses in the sense of the flowers where we're at, it's a person opening up their about their insecurities, right? Like, okay, here's where I'm at and here's what makes me beautiful. But take it with a grain of salt because I'm still touchy over it. I'm still sensitive over it. I'm still guarded over what I'm letting you into. That's the thorns, you know? That's the thorns of the flower. They're to protect it and its beauty from being plucked and being used and being abused. Handle with care. You know? But grain of salt. Because all I do is beat my dick and play the game all day and I ain't got no woman. But I see things a little different, which is why I ain't gonna tolerate all the bullshit neither. Quick to tell you, you're for the streets. I ain't gonna say that, but I put my time and effort. I ain't got no problem sending the bitch back to the street. Because once you know, you just know. And knowledge is a burden, and knowledge is a gift. The burden of knowing that everybody don't know and won't see until sometimes it might be far too late. Just might be far too late for some people. Some people may never see. You know, the rose-colored glasses. That's the tough one. Like, the rose-colored glasses could be just, you know, you're grateful for life, you're grateful for everything people has done for you, and all you can see is the good that people have done for you. You refuse to see, you know, the thorns. You know, you just see the flower. You don't want to see the thorn. But the thorns are there. Some people don't. They don't want to see the thorns. But flowers. Have you all gave the people you love flowers? Once I realized, you know, like I said, it just maturity.
Calling all cars. I think we have ourselves a racer here.
That's because I've went through a lot younger. I've had to work a little bit harder than most. And, I've worked on relationships and I've tried to, because I'm like, I don't have anybody. There's few people in my life. As far as when it comes to love, I feel I don't have that. So, analyze yourself, analyze your life. Not that I don't have it, it's just I love, what you call it? I love damaged women. I literally love damaged women. Not that I damage them, but I am one of those jackasses, like if I was a chick, I could fix her. And it's because I don't know why. I'm attracted to damaged women. Damaged women are hard to love. Damaged women are way fucked up before I meet them. They want nothing but love and affection. But, again, like the delicate flower they are, they come with thorns. And until she realized I'm not the one she needs to be defensive against, I'll always be the one to catch the hell. Catch the fury. Just trying to tend the garden, trying to make sure you give the love and affection needed for a person to grow. I am going to be the one that get poked with the thorns. Just a part of gardening. So, I can't help it. I really can't. If she not slightly fucked up, then she's too good for me. And way damaged before I meet her. Some of them, man. And the love just don't be there. Sometimes because the thorns protect you. It's women out there afraid to say, or even when they feel love, they get defensive and they run away. There's people out there that do that. Not just women. Not just guys. Because they like, nobody can love my damaged ass. And like, I took a lot of damage loving these women. And that's where I'm at right now. Where my damaged ass just don't believe I could be loved. Because I love women that's hard to love. Gave them nothing less than love and respect, but it's hard when you don't want to believe in it. Because you like, when I believe in it, it don't work out. But some of them got to know it's not the love that didn't work out. It's your defensiveness. It's your unwillingness to let the love happen. And you fight it and combat it. That's why it's not working. Not that the person don't love you. It's just hard for you to see because you're so guarded. You can't see beyond your bodyguards. The bodyguards are too big, baby. Tell them big bitches to calm down. The wall. You know what I mean? Right, it's not the rose-colored glasses. It's just the bodyguards that you have up, the walls you had up, or have up to protect you. You can't see. And when you finally take the time to sit and enjoy the view, you can be like, damn, really loved me. Or that person really loved me. This is genderless. These epiphanies, these thoughts, it's all genderless. You can plug in man or woman. You know? And it still applies. So, flowers. Learn what flowers are. Men deserve flowers too in that concept. Because flowers aren't tangible. That man been taking care of the household. When I say taking care of the household, it's not, oh, he pays all the bills and that dumb shit. It's he legitly take care of me. He waters me. He waters the children. He represents the household strongly and firmly when he leaves the house. Give that man his flowers. You know, let that man know. Appreciate that man. Right, because it ain't easy. And then so many people, not just men, like the biggest women complaint is just as a gender. I take care of the children. I do the laundry. I cook. You know, I work, I cook, I clean, and I take care of the children. And do I feel appreciated? No. Same thing with a man. I work. I do all the fucking bullshit she want. I can't sit and relax for 2 fucking minutes and scratch my balls. You know? Anytime somebody needs something, I'm there. Anytime I'm there. Do I get any fucking, you know, thanks for it? No. So it goes both ways. You know, everybody has their moment where they just feel unappreciated. So give that man his flowers. You know? Tell him you love him. Tell him how much you appreciate him. Rub his balls a little bit, maybe. You know, hug, kiss. You don't need things to show appreciation, affection. You just need to show and voice your appreciation and affection. They don't cost nothing except time, effort. You know what I mean? That's what it takes. Don't cost money. You can't, right? You can't buy flowers, you gotta grow them. Then you have to pick them. That's why the whole conversation, you know, that girls have. You love me? How much do you love me? They're fishing for flowers. You can't fish for flowers. How much do you love me? You know, why do you love me? You're fishing for flowers. You know? Because it's the expression of the gratitude. Right, they're not tangible. Difference between little girls and women. Difference between boys and men. You know? I'm sweeping the district to this church. So, there's not a lot of real women out there. There's a lot of girls out there. It's not a lot of women. Good example. Again with the flowers. That's one example. I want you to get me flowers, not knowing what the fuck flowers are. So yeah, not understanding what flowers are is one thing. I want flowers, buy me flowers. Just because they heard a man is supposed to give a woman flowers. Not understanding the flowers. So, you know, women earn flowers, girls want you to buy them. You know, like the flowers, guys are taught that they're, you know, if you're going to go metaphorical flowers is a woman's supposed to give you her flower for time and effort. You know what I mean? But again, that goes into growing a relationship. Courtship and all of that stuff. You know? In effort for the courtship, she's supposed to give you her flower. Or give you flowers. And the flower is some pussy. for growing, getting to know her, the investment in time, shit like that. But that's where the confusion for boys versus men. I took her on a date. She's supposed to give me the sloppy toppy. You didn't really, oh shit. You didn't really invest time, effort, and all of that good stuff. You know, you just took her out on a date. A date don't constitute pussy. If you ask me personally, it don't mean you get pussy. Time, effort, affection, caring. You know, for the most part though, a person already know if they want to fuck you. They just, you know, want to make sure it's worth it. You know, sometimes people don't give a fuck like shit. I just need some dick or I need some pussy. Because that shit is true. Some people don't give a fuck. I just need to get my nut off today. Right? Like, don't take it personal. Sometimes you can. All depends. All depends. But a person knows they want to fuck you when they first meet you. Ain't no point in me even taking you on a date if I don't want to fuck you. To sit here as a grown-ass adult and pretend I don't want to fuck you, and I'm like taking you out and shit, it's childish. It's childish. So don't take a date if you're not willing to fuck. When I say willing to fuck, don't mean you gotta put out the first night. You know what I mean? But if you don't find me attractive to the point where you're like, I'll give him some pussy one day, don't fuck with me. You're wasting my time. It's not supposed to be easy. But, no, it shouldn't be that hard neither. Like, why am I dating somebody where there is no end game? There is no end goal. The end goal is consistent pussy. I'm grown. I'm spending this time with you so I could grow a healthy relationship. Healthy relationship does consist of consistent pussy. I don't have to go hunting for it. You know? It just does. No. No. It's nothing more than having claim to the genitals. Whether it's just for recreational use or for the use of building the family. It's claim to the genitals. It's nothing more than that. Not money. None of that. The money is raising. Is sometimes it's having a kid. It's really having a kid. to expand your legacy or to have the family bloodline to continue. That's the real money. You know, outside of just having somebody that love you, the love, affection, and the consistent pussy at home or dick at home so you don't have to go out hunting. Right. Because as an adult, as a person in society, just as a person, you have to feed yourself, you have to clothe yourself, you have to put a roof over your head. These are necessary. You have to have a place to shit, shower, and sleep. It's necessary for everybody in society. You know? And to eat. It's necessary. So, it's not somebody else's job to provide that for you. Right. It's something you have to do for yourself. It's not for anybody else to do for you. So to be like, the point of having a man is to pay my bills, and no, it's not. You have to do that for yourself. Regardless, it's called being an adult. It's called being a functioning member of society. Only thing we can provide each other as man and woman that we can't give ourselves is in between our legs. That's the only thing we provide to each other that we can't provide ourselves. That and affection. You know, you can't be affectionate towards yourself. You can love yourself. You could be slightly narcissistic, but that's a mental defect versus actual living. It's a mental defect. To love yourself so much you don't love anybody else. You know? Because that's not how, you know, for some reason it's just not how we are made. You can't tell me. Some people sit here and say, I don't believe in love. Love's not real. But if I call you a bitch, you're going to get mad. Anger is an emotion. It's not real. Happiness is an emotion. It's not real. Sadness is an emotion. It's not real. Depression is a emotional mental state. It's not real. If all these things can be real, then love is real. You can't be happy if you don't believe in love, you can't believe in happiness. You're just a robot. You don't feel shit. Right. So if it's an emotion and it's not, emotions aren't real, you can't be happy. Money won't make you happy. So let me take your money. Let me hold that money for you. You're going to be like, hell no, you can't hold my money. Because money makes you happy. Money is your security blanket. You know? You can't even love yourself if you don't believe in love. It's just the thorns of how you were watered and how you grew. That you like, you know, those thorns stand stronger than the other one. Thorn of, don't get close to me, I'm afraid of love. I'm afraid to be loved. It's not the love I'm afraid of, it's the lack of love and attention. You know, you get used to having that because it's a luxury. And because it's a luxury, you're afraid when they take that luxury for you because it's something that you can't take. Even if you give it, sometimes there's no guarantee that you will get it. And you can't take it. You can't just go get it. It has to be given. That's why love is one of the most scariest emotions in the world. People will rather be sad and depressed than to give into love. Because when somebody takes that love back, it's devastating. Because it's something we all need, something we all crave. But we can't just take it. We got to grow it. And like I said before, unfortunately, some soil is just bad soil to be grown in. I'm a man that miss love. You know, I'm a man afraid of love. I put it all on the line about 2 years ago, and I haven't had sex nor a woman since because I'm afraid to even hold somebody because of the way flesh on flesh, the warmth of a body makes me feel. So I tell you no lie. You know, motherfucker like, where your girl at? You talking all this shit. This is the reason I don't have one. I have thorns on my flower. Because it's not easy. No matter how much I love somebody, how much effort and time, it don't matter sometimes. But again, that's because I love damaged women. No, I'm attracted to damaged women. I can't say I love damaged women. I'm attracted to damaged women. So, yay, love. But flowers, you know? I can't say I didn't get some flowers. They get tulips. But you know, the love the rose represents. Just out my grasp. But I got all of the rose. I got all the thorns. I'm still pulling them out. It still hurt. So, it's so tough. It's so tough. I'm okay. It's just tough. Hey, that's Roosevelt State. I get off there to go to work. That's just love though, man, you know? That's just life. Love yours. Thorns and all. Love yours, thorns and all. A lot of damaged women. And I don't know. I'm just a sucker. I call it the superhero complex. I want to be the knight, fight demons, fight the dragon, slay the beast that protects your heart. Not even that protects it, but you know that protects it. Because, like I said, sometimes the bodyguards and the protection ain't always good. Went straight, it ain't always good. So sometimes I gotta fight those dragons, I gotta fight those demons. Now, yeah, how the fuck I turn into Dante? You know? Fuck I turned into Yusuke. Out here fighting demons. Dudes from Supernatural. Battle scars, fighting them. But releasing a person from those demons, sometimes it's worth it. Like, sorry, your princess is in another castle. So at least we set a princess free from captive. So the battle scars. You know? Gotta fight all the demons. And then watch somebody else reap the benefit of the cleansed slate. It's tough. It's really tough.
Eyes on a dangerous driver.
I retired from demon hunting. Not easy. They're making sure you're cleansed from all that you hear, all that you know that's out there in this world. You know, sometimes it makes you feel dirty. Here's an example. I've dealt with so many women who is like, I've been taken advantage of. Like, I'm some fucking counselor. I come across a lot of them. Be like, either it's just what I'm attracting. Like, it got to the point where I'm like, am I the one doing this shit? Like, because like I ran across so many of them. I shit you not. Like, am I the one doing this shit? You know, I had to take a long look at myself in the mirror. Like, is that me? Because I come across so many of them. And hear the stories of so many women that's been taken advantage of. Not like, oh, I was putting out, and then I changed my mind, and then it got hot and heavy, you know. But we still went out. We still went through with it. Not bullshit like that, but like, you know, dads touching kids and, you know, rape and shit like this. Like, I hear these stories from women like, fellas, we can't be that bad, can we, fellas? Is it us, or is it just the type of women that I attract? You know, then these women turn around and like, you don't make me feel safe, but you felt safe enough to tell me. So the contradiction, I'm like, I gotta realize that sometimes they don't talk, they're not talking to me. They're talking to man as a woman. You know, I have to take myself out of it and realize I wear the hat of man. I am a man. I wear the hat of man. And sometimes they're not talking to me as the individual man. They're talking to me as man. You know? And it's so many of them. It got to the point at one point, I didn't know how to show affection to my kid. Because I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I don't want my kid to grow up like these bitches. Excuse my language, ladies. I love y'all. But so many. So many. And it's like,
Looks like we got ourselves a racer here.
what the fuck? What the fuck, fellas? No, I can't even say fellas. What the fuck? I shit you not. There's so many women that's damaged because of some shit like that I've come across. I don't know if I just attract them. You know? Like, the fuck am I, Superman for this shit? And it's so hard for them to love, and so hard for them to get close to a person. Then they get close to me, they love me, they let me in, and then they're like, I don't love you. I'm like, then why you tell me all this? Why you let me in? Why, you know? And help them try to understand that all guys not like that. And then I feel like an asshole because, like, I'm not like that, but, you know, I did want to love you long time, you know, but to be like, push up on them when they get defensive like that, cause like, damn, you know, getting a little too close to my heart here. I gotta back out. Like, you know, like, why even get me emotionally and mentally invested like that? Kept that shit to yourself. Because I'm a very loving and affectionate person. I'm gonna shower you with affection and love. Like, you know, it's tough for me, man. So many. What do I do, officer? What do I do? And when I like, it's not just domestic abuse though. Like I said, this shit go deeper than fighting your boyfriend. And it's like, don't tell nobody because I don't want everybody to know. And I feel like when you feel like you should, but if a person's not ready, no matter what you say, they'll deny. If they're not ready, they will deny. And it's like the person in me that want a person to feel safe and secure. It's like, look, I gotta let it be known so that motherfuckers get their comeuppance and you're safe and it's fucking nuts. So I don't know what to do sometimes, and I do feel like I can't protect the motherfucker at times because the knowledge I have sometimes that I keep to myself. Out of respect of the victim. I'm a grown ass man and I don't know what to do about it. How you do things make things for children, not what you do make it childish. Gaming isn't for children. Gaming is a pastime. Maybe even a career. All depends on where you're at in it. It could be therapeutic. Again, the game of basketball. People get paid millions of dollars for the game of basketball. People go to parties, drink, and play the game of spades. And they call themselves adults. People get paid millions to play the game of football. The game of baseball. These things are games. Gaming isn't for children. How you do it is what makes you a child or not. So I don't know what to do. It's for a long time I didn't know how to properly show affection to my daughter. Hearing some of the stories I hear from people, even from my daughter's mother. So to make her feel comfortable, I didn't, it's like I don't know what to do. So grain of salt. Yeah. because like it's just crazy. History of my daughter's mother's family is what got me and my daughter's me and my daughter's grandmother on her mother's side is what got us into it. It's the reason she was like, I'll feel more comfortable if you took her to daycare. I'm like, I'm on vacation. It's my week. This my baby girl. She 2-3 months. I'm cool. I got this. I'm dad. I got this shit. You know? It's like, well, I'll feel better if you took her. I'm sorry, with all due respect, I just can't. But because of history in that family, they just didn't feel comfortable with a male taking care of a young lady. This is the shit I battle. No. I'm like, I'm sorry. I get where you're coming from. I understand. But I'm not whatever the fuck you think that is. I'm not what that is. You know? Put it like that. I'll stand strong on my guns on that one. Fuck what you talking about. I'll get out your house first before I let you take my daughter and even think of categorizing me in that lane. The fuck you talking about? You can suck my dick. Like, for real. So, Illinois. So fuck what you're talking about. That's how I got put out her house. Started my life as a hobo. As a, what they call it, hobosexual. What's up? As a hobosexual, fucking my way to places to sleep for the night. Snagging good pipe. Forced, just the life I was forced to live. So, it's a lot of women. Chicago, I've dated at least 4 women with that in their background. And I think that's being a little modest. If it wasn't that, it was abandonment issues. I got abandonment issues myself. You know, the good old daddy wasn't there, or, you know, my mom didn't love me, I lived with my grandma, or I had to live with friends. You know, it's just, I blame the internet. For a long time, my pen pal, I had a pen pal. I had two pen pals, actually. There was Wandering Dark Princess. Wandering Dark Princess. She was the best friend I never seen. And then there was Basketball Girl. Said about 12, 13, I'm on the internet, MSN chat rooms, MySpace, High Five, all the tagged, all that shit. I forget, I met both of them in the MSN chat room. Wandering Dark Princess, she was the best friend I never saw. I love that woman to death, you know. And when I first met her, you know, it was emo. She emo. And right, emo, goth chick. Right, more goth than emo, I guess. We just hit it off, talk, same age. And we just were friends for years upon years upon years until one day, you know, her husband came at me sideways. Like, fuck you, you know, stop talking to my woman and this and that. I'm like, whoa, buddy. Man, your woman's been friends since here. We ain't even met in real life for you to be acting like that. But let me put you in your place, big dog. Location is the only reason right now that your woman ain't my woman. You better learn to take care of that woman before I come out there and take your woman. You know? And she didn't really appreciate that I was, you know, I threw some stuff in his face, she told me. She didn't appreciate that. But I'm like, look, I bet you he'd get his ass in shape now, though. So she had to stop talking to me. I love her to death. Still love her. I still think about her every blue moon. And then there was Basketball Girl. Basketball Girl, she dealt with more. She had more abandonment issues, you know, and low self-esteem. I ain't gonna lie, she was not the prettiest. It was her lips for me. Like, in the eyes, she was cute. Potential to have a nice body. We were young. It was the lips. But she was cool. She was a sweetheart, you know. But again, slightly emo. You know, she's actually very emo. And it kind of was just the women. No, I don't know. It's crazy. All these women, man, fellas. Don't make me have to hurt y'all. So at some point, I was even ashamed of being a man, knowing all the stuff that man has done to these ladies. You know? That's how, you know, being on the keyboard and talking to people, that's how I became so good at conversation. That's why it's so easy for people to open up to me. Because I talk to listen. I talk to learn. I talk to relate. I talk to, you know, what is it when you give yourself, you know, for you to understand me. You know what I mean? So it's easy for people to get open to me. You'd be amazed at the shit motherfuckers told me. I'm like, why are you telling me this? I just met you.
Got eyes on that red flag driver.
Why? I was here for a good time. Now you're sitting here spilling your guts out to me. Why can't you just... Why? What makes me Montel? You know? What the fuck makes me Jerry Springer fucking Maury? You just want to open up and tell me your life story. I don't know. I just feel like I can. Shit, I want you to open up your legs. You can keep all the sadness. My dick not hard no more. No. It ain't easy. It's not easy being me. To be trusted with the good, to be trusted with the treasure, to be trusted with heart, to be trusted with fragile psyches.
Okay, everyone. Seems we lost that suspect in Underwood Gardens.
I'm done. I'll turn it in.
No, it's not easy. It is not easy. What the fuck am I supposed to do about it? Yeah, like damn. To be man, sometimes I'm ashamed. It ain't got nothing to do with sexuality. Gay is sexuality. You know, wanting to be a woman is sexuality. This ain't got nothing to do with sexuality. It's just looking at just what it is. You know, man and woman. To know the atrocities of man. You know, I am a man. End of the day. It's shameful to know that as man, we're capable of moving like this. Not that women aren't capable of moving foul, neither. Siren songs leading men to their death just because they know, some of them just know a man can't help but fall for a damsel in distress. It's the whole pulling over, pretending that your car's having trouble to pick up a guy. Guy can't help a damsel in distress. I'm gonna find me a man today, so I'm gonna be in distress. You know, to fabricate, some women do fabricate things to give the damsel in distress persona, just to catch a man, you know, to lead him to his death. To hunt, because she's hunting, this is what she'll do to make herself bait, to lure prey in, and like a Venus flytrap. But she has no intentions on savoring the meal. She's just going to devour you and you for the streets. So there are women like that. Like you got to be aware of how people hunt. Those ones that seem two-faced, And she was so sweet when I met her. Then she got what she wants. She got the dick. And now shit ain't the same. Now you feel used. To be aware is to be alive on all aspects of life. So, it's crazy. You know, so like I said, all women it ain't sweet. Just to know the atrocities of man, though, because women don't be making this shit up, you know, to deal with ourselves. Like I said, some women will lure you in to devour you. And then play victim. They'll play victim to the next guy. Because again, that's all they go eat. Fucking loser. All they eat is people that, you know, like me, who's caring. Damsel in distress, who, you know, the knight in shining armor. People that care. Because that's their type that they want to eat. They're not caring to thrive. You know, like it goes back to flowers. Some people water the garden so that the flowers last. They, you know, could sustain their own food. As to where some people catch and kill. It's going to be violent and it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be violent as in a physical confrontation violence. But they're going to fatten you up by feeding you what you like to eat. And then once they got you fat enough, cook you. And after they're done eating, if you're lucky, they'll pass you to the friends. Let their friends have some. If not, you're going to be buried deep. Never existed. You'll probably never be the same again. Life ain't easy. But when people gotta eat, that's when shit get greasy. To be aware is to be alive. To be knowledgeable is awareness. You know? So I'm aware of how I eat for the most part. You know? So it all depends on perspective. Sometimes I date below me. Like, If I want consistent pussy without the commitment, really, I date below me. I have no problem. When I say below me, it's not below me like, oh, I look at people under me. It's below me as in, you like me more than I like you. It's not a look thing. It's not a class thing. It's a who like who more thing. You know? But I still find a woman in my lane, if that makes sense. Like I say, there's a woman I'm in love with, and then there's the type of woman I'm in love with. What's up? And I just find the type of woman I'm in love with on different power levels, if that makes sense. You got like cream of the crop. Let's say the woman I'm in love with, for the style, the cream of the crop would be Kyla Pratt, Hilary Duff. Two beautiful women who got it together for the most part, who got a little bit more than most, who somehow managed to keep their private lives private and their mental state together for the most part.
We have a 2440 in front of us.
You don't see pictures of Kyla Pratt nor Hilary Duff in the club shaking ass. You know, you can throw Tatiana Ali on there. You know? So, that's the type of woman I'm in love with. You know, versus the woman, like I said, my best friend of 20 years, she has those qualities, and just on every other aspect she's hidden, she's the woman I'm in love with. So, here is my heart. Get down on one knee, I propose to you. Willing to take on any and everything that comes with you. Because I'm in love with you. Right? But the type of woman I love, again, is here. Now we can go upper, you know, we can go upper cream of the crop. And if we go lower, it'd be like, who would be lower on that scale but still fit that scale? Solange. Right? Compared to Beyonce, Solange is lower. Maya. I like Maya from Maya, the singer. Because she's a free spirit. Same type of woman, free spirit, which means she's sexually liberated. As in, it's not that she's a hoe, she's not sleeping with everybody, but she sleeps with who she wants to. You know, she's in control of her life, you know? So, it's just the vibrational frequencies and shit. Cream of the crop, you like the bottom, maybe somewhere in the middle, a B. I'll take Nicki Minaj now. I actually love Nicki Minaj. At first I couldn't stand Nicki Minaj. But to watch Nicki Minaj glow up, to go from crazy psycho girl to beautiful woman, got her hair straight, got her business in order type thing. Personality might be a little raw, but there's nothing about Nicki Minaj that doesn't scream femininity and soft. You know? So it's just where you at on the spectrum. You might not be financially together, might not be emotionally together, might not be physically together. You know, but that don't mean that the woman that you aren't. You are always going to be the woman that you are, no matter where you stand on the spectrum. Whether you got it all together, you're getting it together, or you're trying to figure it out. You're still the same woman. You just haven't blossomed into the full version yet. Because you're not being watered and nourished properly. You know, it don't change that this is the woman you are. Some of us run from who we are. Some of us run from who we are. Some of us, you know, don't even know who we are, even though we are who we are. Like, for example, I've run for responsibility the first half of my young adult life. From about 22, 23 to about 34, 35. For 10 years, I ran from responsibility. When I say ran from responsibility, not the responsibility of being a father, just the responsibility of, I mean, I can use my career as an example. After they wouldn't promote me to manager or supervisor, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't want to be manager, I don't want to be supervisor. I'm just going to bounce around and learn my skills, learn different skills, and learn what it takes. What all these different jobs have in common, so that when I do go for the spot, I can put it all together and be like, ha, bam, bitches, I got it. But I intentionally stayed away from management. They're like, hey, like I was working at the temp agency, so many temp agencies. It's like, hey, come here, buddy. We want you here. We got management, we got all of this shit for you. Come on, buddy. Fuck that. Take that spot, shove it up your ass. I'm not ready for commitment. In the workplace. You know what I mean? Just to be like workplace. Love, in the aspect of love. There was women I ran into that I love, but I wasn't ready for that because the whole fiasco with my daughter's mother, it just turned me off from wanting love. You know, at least to be open for love from new people. You know, I didn't want to let people in. If you weren't somebody that was already there in my life, you know, there's very few people I let in. Like I let in. But that don't mean I wasn't open to it. So like I said, we all got to be aware of how we eat. But because I wasn't open, I wasn't ready for love, didn't mean that I didn't jump into relationships with people I love. Or whatever it is, you know, situationships. Can't necessarily call it a relationship. There was this one girl I met, and everything I loved, like I wasn't even ready for a relationship. I'm like, me and you, we ain't gonna go too far. And we knew we weren't gonna go that far. But I swear to God, we didn't want anything more than each other. You know, We wanted each other just in a different form. We wanted the security of the lifestyle we want. You know we love each other. We know we love each other without a doubt. Even if we sound stupid telling each other we love each other. Because we just, it's love. We know what we love. We are the type of souls that only date people we love. That's why dating is hard. Can't explain it. But whatever it is, I love you. I know I loved you from when I seen you. Love at first sight. That's why if somebody asked me, can you love a stranger? Do you believe that you could love somebody you don't know? Yes. Because me and you been dating, even though me and you ain't been dating. And it ain't never, it might get to a point where things blow up, or it's like, this not gonna work in this capacity. Because here's where we are, or here's what's going on that don't suit us. But when we go back to dating, we're gonna go back to dating each other, even though we're in a different form. Hope that we find each other on the same level of life that, is blissful harmony. Some people don't date the same woman. Some people date around. Not that I had, when I say date around, I don't know. To me, it's a bit cheating. It's a bit like cheating. For example, some guys like Karens. They like women that are ball busters. I know she's a bit tough. She's one tough cookie. But she's my tough cookie. Some people only date the cheerleader. Right? Some people only date the trophy girl. Some people only date, I don't know, bad girl. You only date and that's just because that's the woman you love. Now, there's different aspects of dating these people, or different levels of dating these people. Let's say you only date the bad girl, right? Now, are you dating the reformed bad girl, the one that's done with these streets? Are you dating the girl that's the bad girl that's the shooter? Are you dating the bad girl that just has a problem with authority? Like, what aspect of life is the bad girl you're dating? What's your aspect, your level of life at the moment? Is she out your level, out your league? Don't mean that you can't find a bad girl within your league. Same thing with the trophy wife. Like, there's some women that want to be a trophy. They go to the winner. But then there's some women that it's like, I want to be a trophy to my man. And here is my man. I'm your trophy. She presents herself as your trophy. You get what I'm saying? Not that it's some women that don't grasp it, so they just go where the winner is. And then there's some women that's like, you're the winner because I'm your trophy, if that makes sense. The only reason you're a winner is because I'm your trophy. Or not the only reason, but it's some that's like that. The only reason you're the winner is because I'm your trophy. You take away the trophy, you ain't no winner. And it's some women, it's like, you deserve this trophy. You know, like some women like, you deserve this flower. So there's different levels to dating the woman you love or the man you love. What level are you on? You know? Are you at somebody that's on your, are you with somebody that's on your level and growing at your pace? And then that's growing at your pace, the same pace individually, not including the accelerant of being watered and nourished properly. That's why it's important to water and nourish each other. You got to be mutual so that you both grow at least at the same pace. You might not hit the next plateau at the same time, but you're growing at the same pace so one person doesn't outgrow the other. As a man that, again, I still believe in love. I've been single a few years. I haven't had sex in a year and a half. You know, this is why though, because these are the thoughts I have. This is the things I value. These are, you know, everybody don't have that. Everybody don't think like that. So I got to the point now where it's like I can't make myself accessible to everybody. And right now I would feel bad to just catch and kill. Like my last situationship. My last situationship. I knew me and her weren't gonna go further. Did she have aspects that for women I love, I don't know why she always had it. Just for the woman I love. I met her at 14. When I met her, she was pregnant. 14 and pregnant. I bullshit you not. But it was something about her I always just liked and cared about. I ain't fuck her. I ain't do none of that shit. We ain't never had sex until my adult life. And I just loved her. You know? I can't tell you what. She come over there all pregnant and shit. Looking a little rough. But she was pretty. She was kind. She was sweet. And I don't know. Like even her, to find out like about her past, and she like at a young age I was touched and stuff. Like constantly. You know, I'm like, damn. It's fucked up. You know? But crazy. Said with her, it got to a point where I'm like, I ain't doing nothing but holding up time for you, for me. You know, sex great. I know the love is there between us. It ain't no question. But I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go because I'm just using you. I love you, but right now I'm just, our relationship is based off of sex. You know, I don't want to use you. It's, you know, catch and kill. Outside of fucking the shit out of you, there's nothing else. She like, no, use me. You know? And like, that's not what you deserve. You know what I mean? Like, shit, fuck that, use me. but you don't use people you love. I love you that much to let you go. That was the last woman I had sex with, technically. Called her one day. Come over. I need you. And she came over. Knowing she got a man. They just had a kid. Came over and did this dick. Got dick. Way the fuck now. And that was the last time. That was the last time. Because I was not in the proper state of mind. Not in the proper state of mind. I had to let it go. Just proposed a couple months ago to the woman I'm in love with. She told me no, and then like 2 months prior, the one of my best friends, female best friend, she died. Again, she's a woman I never had sex with. I know her just as long as I known this girl. They know each other. Kind of had a fake beef, but no real beef. You know. And so later, cuddled up, knowing that this love is temporary. Not that the love is for real, but what we have here is temporary. I broke down and I cried. You know, I cried like a bitch after sex. Like I said, last 2 women I had sex with, I broke down and cried like a bitch. Because mentally, emotionally, just tired. I'm tired. I'm putting so much effort and getting nowhere and just exhausted. So, cried like a little bitch. And I told her, you know what, I can't fuck with you no more. I can't. I don't want to use you. Because right now I'm just using you for pussy. Even though I love you, there ain't no question I love you, but it's just more physical versus going further. And she laying there crying for me because I'm crying. So I know she loved me, you know. It ain't a question. Just it was a lie. I had to let it go. You know. It was rough in the beginning for both of us. Now I can't get no pussy from her. Not that I can't get her to hang with me. And the reason she won't hang with me is because if we hang together, we're gonna go back into that cycle. We can't say no to each other. Get in my face. Get all up in that pussy. So we can't hang with each other. That's just the truth of it. So if we do, we gonna be fucking. Not that that's a bad thing. Not that the sex wasn't great. That's why we kept fucking. Fucking each other for like a year. No, for the most part, exclusive for that year. But, you know, we're fucking for a whole year. Like, look. And she asked me the same thing every time. Why you fucking me like this? Every fucking time. Why you fucking me like this? Shut up. You're lucky. No, a lot of women don't get this deep. I can't say that, but it's crazy. Like you fucking me like you don't want to let me go. It's just how it be sometimes, y'all. So yeah. Had to stop hanging with each other. I hit her up the other day. Shit, wear that pussy out. Like, you know I can't. You know I got it, man. Look, you can do whatever you want. You're a grown ass woman. I'm sorry. It's just my dick talking. Put that pussy on the phone. Ha ha ha, you crazy. Alright, put that pussy on the phone. You miss me? Ah, yeah, she miss you a little bit. Put the pussy on the phone. So I know I got some good thinking on you. So put the pussy on the phone because you talk back. And you know we're talking about why we shouldn't be fucking. No, I got it, man. Can't get away from the kids. I ain't got no babysitter. And shut up, bitch. I don't know what to do. My problem is two things. As me, when it comes to dating, for me personally, it's getting you here, right? Because I'm not great when it comes to talking on the phone. I don't like people hearing what I talk about because I could tend to be very perverted. And people are always ear hustling. So, the conversation to get you here is a tough one. But 9 times out of 10, once you're here, being in my face makes the pussy wet. You know? The alone time. A lot of women try to avoid the alone time. They're like, oh, I'll spend some time alone with you. I'm gonna be pregnant. Right, because you just know what it is. Because the first time, yeah, you just know what it is. Anytime somebody try to spend some alone time with you, you know they want something, right? Of course they want something. So it's like, trying to convince them to come spend me alone time is one thing. Once they get here, you know, I know I'm gonna get some pussy once you tell me. Just because I'm coming over there don't mean I'm a fuck. Like, look, lady, nobody said anything about fucking. It's on your mind. So you want to forget fucked or not? Ain't nobody said nothing about fucking. I'm like, shut up. You know that's what you want me here for. Okay, so you know what you're coming over here for. Why be a jackass about it? Why be a jackass about it? So that's how I know pussy be like, the chances of getting some pussy is high that day. She bring up that she ain't gonna give no pussy before you even bring up the pussy. She got dick on the brain. You know, like I said, 95% of the time, if I get you alone, we're gonna do some fucking. Because I am a bit charming and I'm handsome to look at. That's why this one chick I've been texting that come see me at the job, I haven't let her come over. I don't necessarily want a physical relationship with her, but the thought of a physical relationship is intriguing, and she gives me the thought of having a physical relationship. That's all that's on her mind lately, is this dick. But for reasons, it's like I walk on eggshells because reasons. So, you know, she's like, when can I come over? When can I come over? And you can't come over. Because right now I'm weak. And me and you shouldn't be fucking. No, it's a risky thing. And I ain't into risking it. Damn. It's a good pussy. The other chick. So yeah. It's like, the fuck do I do? The fuck do I do? It's this older white lady. She wanna fuck me. She came up to the job. Like, you remember me? You helped me. You were nice to me. Like, look, it's been a while. She's not really my type. But she got a booty on her that makes me think I might hit that. No, and it's not even like, it's hard to explain. She is definitely not my type. Something about that booty though said I hit that. No, don't ask me why. It's like, it's not, it don't even look too appealing. Like, I hit that though. It's the hips. That thing got motion.
I bet that car is a street legal.
You know? So, that's my dick. Like, I've experienced life. I live life. Don't let what I do in my pastime confuse you with the living of life. You know, some people binge watch TV all day. That don't mean that they don't experience life. Just because in my pastime I decide to binge game, don't mean I don't experience life. Just because I decide to be a house body, don't mean I don't experience life. So where I live and what I do as my pastime don't mean shit. Thanks to my maturity, my mental aspect, and the problems I've faced, not just for myself, but with other people throughout life, you know, it puts me on a different plane than most. You know, I guarantee you, your boyfriend don't think like me. So it's a whole different, right? People associate gaming with childish shit. And those are the childish people that don't even know they're childish. Right? They associate with what you have with being childish. Making them childish. Your mental state, your mental capacity to understand what make you childish or not. Some people don't have the mental capacity to understand. That's why you get nervous when I'm around your girl. That's why you get nervous, you know, or you compare me to your boyfriend. Like, why can't you be more like him? Why can't I get me a brain? My mental capacity different. But I'll learn shifts. I'll learn shit. Just is what it is. Mental capacity different. Some people can't grasp it. Again, some people will try to convince you that love ain't real. Like, how is love not real, buddy? Does pussy make you happy? If pussy don't make you happy, you might be gay. But if pussy makes you happy, then love is real. Because it's an emotion. Right. So if love is not real, pussy can't make you happy because because happiness is an emotion. Right. Emotions aren't real. So pussy don't make you happy. Because pussy don't make you happy, you might be gay. I ain't never not been happy when I got pussy. Might even be a little disgusted, like, oh, this dirty train. How many people you done did that shit with? You know? So, It goes back to relationships and being in tune with your motherfucking self. If love isn't real, then so is happiness isn't real. Everything that makes you happy, money, cars, hoes, shouldn't make you happy. If you gave it up, it shouldn't change your demeanor. Right? Because it's not real. Happiness is just an emotion. Happiness isn't real because love is just an emotion. Love isn't real. So give all that shit up. You're not going to give that shit up because it brings you joy. It brings you real joy. Right? So if it brings you real joy, how the fuck does a woman not bring you real love? Maybe a guy bring you real love and you're just afraid to admit that. Ah, shit. Cut that too early. Yeah. That's how I feel, though. Because there's some people that's, you don't believe in love. You put too much on women. You put too much on love. Love isn't the end all be all, but it is an aspect of life, right? We all need love. Love is real. It's what it is. If you don't love women, you might be gay. Or if you don't love men, you might be gay. And even then, you can't love a woman. You can never love a woman. Because you don't believe in love. As a lesbian. Because you don't believe in love. Weak as hell. People so weak as hell, man. That's why I don't race. That's why you gotta play me online. They're weak as hell. They can't play a clean race. Right, you can't love a woman. I mean, you can't love somebody of the opposite sex. Or the same sex. Because you don't believe in love. But the reason why you're not with a man is because you don't believe in love. Then you can't love somebody of the same sex. Right, women be like, ain't no love out here, and then go turn lesbian. But ain't no love out here. So you don't even love this bitch. So now y'all double damaging each other. Because what's the point you gotta prove? Right. Switch over to women because you like, ain't no love out here. So you switch over to women. But there ain't no love out here. As long as you have the concept that there ain't no love out here in your head, you'll never give love to receive love. So y'all just using each other for the mutual benefit of having an extra income in the house. Right, that's why lesbian relationships have they're one of the highest divorce rates. Because y'all don't love each other. Y'all just find it mutually beneficial. Because you love the concept of a household, but you don't love the person in the household. Is what it is. As much as I think bitches ain't shit, I ain't never thought I want to go be with a man because bitches ain't shit. That's some mental health problem. That's mental, emotional hang up. You know? Never once in my life have said, you know, I can't stand women, so I want to fuck a dude. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. And fuck it, I'm gonna go date guys. Cause women ain't shit. Like shit, I love these hoes. I don't love hoes. I love these bitches. I love these same bitches that ain't shit. Never once had it made me say I want to get in a relationship with a dude. But again, a lot of women don't even know what love is. A lot of people don't know what love is. Women, they make men believe that women love them if they do what they say. They make women believe that love is a man providing for you financially. And because you can't find that, you like, you know, that's what you look for. A woman that's gonna be quote unquote submissive. Like, nigga, that ain't love. Nigga, you want a kid. That sounds like some pedophilia shit. Only a kid or a slave is supposed to listen without questioning too much. Submit to your bidding. Like, nigga, you want a henchman, you want an evil henchman. It's a little weird to me. You don't want your woman with no opinion, no nothing. That shit's weird to me. I don't want a robot. I don't want to fuck a robot. I don't want to fuck a kid. I want to fuck a slave. You know? Women want to fuck an ATM. They believe fucking an ATM is love. No. Because they want to fuck their dad. A lot of them want to fuck their dad because a lot of people don't know how to raise kids. Yeah, you want to fuck your dad. A man is supposed to provide and pay for take care of my house, my food, my clothes, my nails, my hair. No, bitch. That's a parent. And even your parents stop doing that after you reach a certain age. You want to fuck your dad. That's what your dad is supposed to do for you as a kid. You grow up and you take care of yourself. All the things you request of me is stuff I do for my daughter because my daughter can't do it for herself. You made a daughter request. I'm not fucking my daughter. You want a dad. That's why y'all out here calling these dudes daddy. Like that's not
I think we have ourselves a racer here.
fucking sit. That's it. From way back here, I had a friend. She used to joke with me like that because she know it was cringe for me. I hate that shit. She's like, okay, daddy. No, like don't play with me, woman. That shit nasty. That shit cringe. None of the shit I'm thinking about doing with your ass, I would ever think about doing with my daughter. That shit cringe to me. It's just cringe. It's ugh. Fuck away with me with that dirty ass shit. Y'all really be out here wanting to fuck y'all dads. You know why? Call him daddy? Because only a daddy gonna love you like that and not want nothing in return. Only your dad. Like some of y'all be wanting to fuck y'all mamas. Like the love you asking for, you only gonna get from your mama. Right? You want a woman that's just gonna deal with your bullshit, good or bad, you know, take care of you like she's your fucking mom. Some of y'all have real psychosexual parental issues. And it shows. Red flag. Don't call me daddy. Don't call me zaddy. Don't even call me addy. Don't, any with a D on it. I don't even want to hear baddie when you're referencing me. Right, like the shit you want, you don't want to grow up. You want your dad to take care of you. You want your dad to fuck you. Only parents take care of the kid. Parents take care of kids the way you talking about being taken care of. You don't want to grow up, but I'm the childish one because I play video games. But you don't want to grow up, Peter Pan. Start calling these hoes Peter Pan. Over here fucking with these lost boys. Hoes don't want to grow up. Ain't nobody supposed to take care of you. Take care of no grown ass adult. Unless you a slave master. You got slaves. You gotta take care of the slaves. Nobody takes care of a grown-ass adult. Your parents don't even take care of a grown-ass adult. Your ass got to go if you think that they, like, if you contribute, motherfuckers want you around. They don't care. Take your time, dear, because the contributions to the household is helping everybody sleep well at night. Don't worry. Just don't bring none of them hoes here. You know, here's the rules of my house. Better go find a hotel. But as long as you contribute to the household, motherfucker don't give a shit. You know? After a certain age, you have to contribute. Or you get the fuck out. And that's with your parents. And you think I'm gonna take on somebody, I'm gonna go take on the responsibility of taking care of a fucking adult when it's just nature that you kick out adults that can take care of themselves? That's the nature of it all. You kick out adults that can take care of themselves. Anybody handicapable, all hands on deck. And you think I'm gonna take care of your grown ass while you sit around and do shit all day? It's the equivalent of a grown ass man thinking he gonna lay around and play PlayStation all day and not get a job, not contribute around the house. No. I contribute enough around here, I could throw around my weight a little bit and let these motherfuckers know they spoiled. I had to let my mother and my daughter know the other day. You motherfuckers are spoiled. Tired of this spoiled ass shit. That's how much I contribute around here. Now all you ladies in my household, you're pissing me off. I could talk man shit because I'm a man. I could talk man of the household shit because I'm man of the household, not just in my gender. The way I fucking carry myself. You get treated like woman of the household, and you can throw around woman of the household energy when you carry yourself as woman of the household. You know, because you have to be respected as a woman of the household when you are a woman of the household. But just because you have a pussy don't mean you're a woman of the household. Me and my daughter mother, we have that argument all the time. When she tried to tell me what I can and can't do with my daughter, or how I could talk to my daughter, what I could talk to my daughter about. Like, whoa, back up. You lost woman of the household privileges a long time ago. You are not woman of my household. You have no right to speak on what goes on in my household. As long as ain't nobody dying and ain't nobody getting abused in this bitch, you out of pocket. You aren't the woman of my household. You're not defending your daughter. You just want say as woman of my household. So you need to keep your opinion the fuck over there. Because you're my daughter's mother, nothing more, nothing less. I will respect you as that. If you want more, you're my ex-wife. Because it's till death do us part. We got a kid, that's till death do us part. That's marriage. No. But you are nowhere near the woman of my household. That's why we're not together. That's why I'm not fucking you. So when it comes to what goes on in my house, I don't consult you. You're not the woman of my household. No. Just what it is. Play your position, play your part. When I do find a woman of my household, you're gonna have to respect her as the woman of my household. She takes precedence over it all. Same thing, you know, with my mother. When I get the woman of my household, you have to respect her as woman of my household. Like right now, my mother and my daughter, you know, my daughter's the young lady of my household. And my mother's a woman in my household. She's not the woman of my household, but she is a woman of my household. So I have to respect her as a woman of my household. A woman I cohabitate with. Respect her as a grown-ass woman. And as a woman of my household. No, in my household. But that's coming from me, who, like, here's as man of my household, and a man who understands his household. That's where I'm speaking from. You know, some people look at where you habitate or where you live, your habitation, as the household. Like, no, baby. My household is more than just a physical place. My house is also a metaphysical place. You know? Like my wife, although at this moment my wife has no physical, tangible form because I don't have a physical wife. Here is my wife. You know, these are the traits of my wife. These are the, like, I'm married. In my, you know, in my household, I'm married. Some men don't have a wife of their household. You know, like, my wife is this, my wife is that for me. I don't want to just be like, oh, throw out what my wife is, because, you know, sometimes you just know her when you see her. You could, like, you ever seen, fellas, you ever seen a woman and you like, that's wifey? You know? Or you like, damn, she was so close, she could have been wifey. But this bitch, she do that shit, or she dressed that way, she can't never be wifey. She could be my girlfriend, though. Like, there's a few guys that think like that. Or there's guys that think like that. Just like women know their husband when they see their husband, like, oh, that's my husband right there. That's the husband. You know? If only he act right, we could be living happily right now, you know? Like, that's the hubby. You just know the hubby. You know the wife. But that's if that's how you carry your household. A lot of people, there's people out here who household is, I'm just in these streets. I'm most eligible bachelor or bachelorette. Living the high life of society. And then wonder why they can't find love. Or they don't find anybody that piqued their interest. I call them solo sexuals. Because they're fine with being alone, you know, and just using people for sex. But they don't, you know, they'll forever be missing a certain part of themselves. Because the only part of themselves they care about is themselves. They haven't thought about the household on a broader perspective. That's why, like, I can accept a woman with multiple kids. Because I always wanted a big household. Fortunately, and unfortunately at the same damn time, I only have one kid. Say fortunately because thank the Lord. You know, but because I always wanted a big household, it's a little unfortunate. You get what I'm saying? So I can accept a woman with multiple kids because I always wanted a big household. The household is man, his husband, wife, the children, maybe a dog and a cat. If, you know, the kids get real exotic, we could get us an alligator and maybe a lion. You know? Pool in the backyard. Basketball rim in the driveway. We both working and striving to keep the family together. You know, chaotic holidays, Thanksgivings and Christmases. No, people come to us. Or if we don't feel like it, y'all can't come here uninvited. You know, our house is our sanctuary. Like my house, this is the household I live in. No, this is the household. She has to have motherly qualities, beautiful, caring. She keep herself together. You know, even if she do get a little fluffy, you know, she gets soft. She don't get fluffy. I put it like that. There's a difference between soft and fluffy. Soft is, I just stopped exercising for 6 months, and now I'm a little softer to squeeze. Fluffy is, I haven't exercised in 3 years, and now I gained XYZ amount of pounds. There's a difference between soft and fluffy. You know? And this is just my household. You know, I get that my household is a figment of my imagination right now. But that don't mean that I can't, if you can see it, you can believe it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. You know what I mean? But you can't force it. You can't, it just has to be natural.
Eyes on our dangerous driver.
So the fact that I have a vision for my household, the fact that I believe in my household, the fact that I work for my household, and I water that garden. You know, sometimes when it don't flourish the way I want, it gets sad, it gets discouraging. But we gotta, you know, planting seeds in the soil. Sometimes the soil just isn't fertile to grow. But as my woman, or somebody that I'm even just fucking, I see you as somewhere. You're the woman of my household somewhere. No. There's very few times I put myself in a position to be fucking a woman that's not a woman of my household. I don't ever think I fucked a woman that's not a woman of my household. You know, you might not be the ideal version, but you're somewhere the woman of my household. No, because the ideal version of my woman of my household is fuck out my fucking way. Is imaginary.
Racer here, dispatch.
She don't exist. I'll be an asshole to expect somebody to fit an imaginary version of somebody, you know. Like, you are who you are. I'll just be an asshole to be like, oh, I imagined big titty police girl from Helsing as my wife. You know, just nobody's perfect, especially for, like, it's an imagination. It's an imagined version, right? This is the reality we live in. People come in all different sizes, shapes, you know, personalities. You know, it's just, here's the blueprint though. So, it's the household. The woman in my household.
2440 in the area doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Part of the woman in my household, Ellie. I think that's her name. I don't know if that's her name. The woman from Up. Like, I envision my household something like that. Right now, I am the old man living by himself who don't want to give up the household. You know? But I don't feel like the woman of my household is dead. She's just not here with me. She's not here with us. You know? To be like how he never let go. Beginning through end. The vision of his household never died. He'll die before the vision of his household dies. That's how I carry myself. And it's not easy. Especially when you water and you plant and you hope to grow. It just don't. It's not easy. You're like, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna go live on the street. I'm for the street. You know? A lot of them women, just a lot of the women. A lot of women ain't shit compared, you know? And like I said, ain't nobody perfect. But for my household, it's not a lot of women that fit the role of the household. And And the older you get, the harder it is. Because less and less people believe. Less and less people hold on.
Sure, I've seen that car.
So, yay! Yay, me and love, man. I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do. Yay! It's been a long time since I got some flowers. You know? It's been a long time since I got some flowers. Like, I appreciate what you do for me. All that you try. And, you know, the attention, the affection, and the gold sticker. I'm trying. But I can't ask for flowers. I gotta earn them. I ain't earned them. Obviously. The closest to flowers I get these days is my mother. She'll call me up every blue moon, or it's just randomly she'll send me some money for lunch. Like, I appreciate the effort, son. You know, my daughter, she don't necessarily give me flowers, but the flowers I get from her, it's, hey kid, you want some money? Nah, not really. Hey kid, you want anything?
I'm chasing a suspect in a Dodge.
Not really. You know, that's the flowers.
AWD got taken out.
She don't really need anything. You know. As much as I'll not probably get the credit I deserve. You know, her mother hear this, she's like, you don't do shit, nigga. Because she live, you know, my daughter, she confused where my daughter lives with the care my daughter get. A lot of women do that. Like, I do more, well, she lives with you. Shut the fuck up. You know, I could give you, you do a little bit more. But that's because she lives with you.
We need more cars on the track.
No.
All units be advised.
So.
Enter Palemore.
It's tough. Tough being me. It ain't easy. You know.
That was kind of impressive.
But yeah, that's my flowers. I said my mother, she hit me up. I looked down, I was like, somebody sold you $15. I'm like, why you sell me? What's the bus for? It'd be like lunch. So I'm doing something.
Got ourselves a douchebag driver here.
You know. Same thing with her. Like right now, technically the last, like what she, like it's, sometimes they don't come in the form you hope. But like I just had to lay into her the other day about touching my damn lawnmower and touching the lawn. You know, sometimes it's not fast enough for her.
Take this full down control.
It's not fast enough. But I have my regimen, you know. It's don't touch my lawnmower. Don't touch my grass. You know, you want me to take care of these things, sit the fuck back. And let me take care of it.
Oops, slamming into traffic.
You know, but that's part of the flowers.
Slippery now, huh? Thought we got ourselves a runner.
You know, it's feeding my head enough that I got it. Don't touch my damn lawnmower. I know she like, motherfucker. I could have swore I bought this lawnmower.
AW joining the pursuit.
You're right, you bought it for me to cut the fucking grass.
I don't think we can keep chasing this class.
Find solace in the fact you don't have to cut the fucking grass.
Perp's taking us out.
You know? You invested in this grass cutting operation. So your grass stays cut. Don't touch my fucking lawnmower. And let me handle my business. You know? So, flowers. Same thing. You know, she like, you hope that, you know, she bought a house. You hope that you get enough help, even though she could do it herself, that you don't have to carry the mortgage by yourself. So me living with her right now helps take the burden of the mortgage off of her back, you know?
Damn crazy punk.
You know, you're like, I want a place for my kids to grow and stuff, but then you're like, when they're grown, a lot of people don't think, you know, because the goal is, look, I'm working. Let's say you got a man or you got a spouse, your spouse is working. You got kids, you like the kids to be working soon, they can contribute. But you never, you know they're gonna leave, but you don't plan on them leaving.
The back seat for this jerk. I'm rusty today.
You know, because that's kind of the point of, you're like, I'll be able to afford it with contributions from everybody. But then you want them to go, you're like, you don't have the contribution. So things get stressful. You know what I mean? Some people just, it's just how we think sometimes. It's just how people think. Some people don't think about stuff like that. All they see is, oh, you still live with your mama. Like, well, yeah, at the moment, it's financially responsible. It's the most adult thing to do. Because it don't just benefit me. It benefits the lady of the house. It benefits the house to have multiple incomes.
All units, we have a visual on the first entering tail door. Don't let that perp get away!
Right, it benefits the house.
For everything.
But dealing with dumbass people. You know, people will try to make you feel bad not knowing or not even being able to grasp the concept. Or what's at work.
We're getting in on the action, team. 2440 is in the other driver's attention.
Interceptor joined the chase for this racer too. This driver's crazy.
But they want somebody that's able to help, that understands.
All units be advised.
But when they see it, they don't get it. Because they don't know what they've seen. They like the concept. They don't understand the concept.
All units, first last seen entering Pillmore.
Whoa, this pursuit's getting interesting.
Right, like on paper, then it looks like, oh, that's not what I expected it to look like.
Not sure how much longer we can follow.
Spike strip up ahead should take this group out.
Come on, they keep getting away.
Suspect pulled the disappearing act at Douglas Park.
Driving the hell out of this car.
They have to be here somewhere. Calling it.
You know, it's so many. I have so many red flags when it comes to what a woman wants. I don't want a man that gang. I don't want a man that live with his mama. I don't want no man under 6 feet. Me with 2 feet, like, you know. I don't want a man under 6 feet. I don't want a man with kids. No, I don't want a man with no car. So, every time I turn on social media, every time, you know, all I hear is how I'm not wanted. You know? I don't want a man with a 9 to 5. I'm all the red flags.
Calling all units. We have a 2440 in front of us.
Hard to feel like I find what I'm looking for out there. Then when I do find it, bitches be damaged. They don't understand. I still love you. Still love you and hug you and hold you just the way you are. But I just won't squeeze too hard because you're already damaged and bruised. Life, man, life. I could use some flowers in the form of pussy. And love and affection. I want to love you long time. Here for a long time, not just a good time. That don't mean I don't want a good time. I feel stupid and I don't feel stupid for proposing. I feel stupid because I don't have anything now. Nothing but memories. I don't feel stupid because I'm not stupid. You know? Because I'm not stupid. 20 years of friendship. 15 years. 15 years. So I got them draws. No. Flowers. Flowers. No. Watering, investing, caring, loving. No, unconditionally. At least got me that. But I know she loved me. Can't prove it. Can't prove she loved me, but I know she loved me. And fucking damaged ass ran like a fucking coward. Like a fucking coward. But she told me, she's like, don't. Cause I told her I was. I'm opposed to. I love you, I want to be with you, I'm opposed to. She's like, don't. I am, though. I can't help these feelings. She's like, I know. But don't. Can't help it. Sorry. She's like, fine. Like, if you want, you have to kill these feelings in person. And fine, come over Thanksgiving. And of course, I didn't propose in front of everybody. I think here's my reasoning for not doing that. You know, I let her grandmother know, I let her aunt know. By mistake, the kids got a mist or something. But I just wanted her to think for a lot of, knowing her. For a lot of her life, I know she felt like she had no choice. and doing things. So I wanted to make sure she had the choice to say no. Because I could put the pressure on, the family loved me enough that in front of the family, I don't think she would say no, but I think it'll be pressured into saying yeah. I don't want to pressure into her saying yeah. I want her to have complete freedom and yay or nay. So I ended up proposing, and of course she said no. She like, no, not ready. But I had to think of me. It was the first time I felt free to love and chase my pursuit of happiness. And to think of me and my happiness, this is where it is for me. That's why I haven't necessarily been happy ever since. It's just where my happiness was. If you ask me who's the woman in my household, I'm going to say you 100% every time, lady. Right now, I don't know. I'm dude and up. I'm old man and up. His wife died, and I can't let go of the house. But that's love. To justify the crazy thoughts. That's love for me at the moment. I know she loved me. Really, no doubt. Just where she is in life. Or was, I don't know. We haven't talked, seen each other like that. Probably saw each other twice. We saw each other once since then. We talked twice. Once was at her mother's funeral, and once was at her grandmother's funeral. And then, we didn't even talk then. We just saw each other. And might be the last time. And I can't let go. I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. But there was no better time. It is what it is. I'm okay. It just hurt. I'm okay, it just hurt. It's better this way, to be honest. The way it's playing out, I guess. Because I was silently breaking my heart, at least. Pretending that this woman, my best friend, the woman I enjoy spending my time with, the woman that had my heart, pretending I don't love her, and then gotta watch other people touch on her and get the chance for what I wanted. At least I don't have to watch that and break my heart in silence. I could just speak about my heartbreak. I could let it out. I don't have to suffer in silence. I could suffer out loud. Ha 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 ha. You know. But it's better than pretending that I don't feel. I'd rather feel out loud than suffer in silence. So you can't be like, oh, I didn't know. You know? But it's better to feel than to pretend I don't. To pretend every time I watch a man touch her, ready to fight over somebody that don't belong to me. Cringe. No. So I'd rather just not be around if it ain't me you love. So I want you to be loved. I want you to be the happiness you seek. I want you to have. I know I could give it to you, but if you don't know, there's nothing I can do. So, fuck Bill. Fuck that bitch. She not gonna do nothing but try to change me anyway. GG. Good game, Gap Games. GapGames.com.